Barkley was interviewed by SI.com, and they asked him where LeBron would fit in his top 10, top 5, greatest of all time, what have you. So here was his quote to SportsIllustrated.com. Here's what he said. Firstly, and I'm just going to list it right now just to get through all that. Number 1, he said, is Michael Jordan. Number 2, Oscar Robertson. Number 3, Wilt Chamberlain. Kareem, Russell, Bill Russell, Kobe Bryant. LeBron at 7, Tim Duncan, Jerry West, Elgin Baylor were his top 10. Now, hang on, go back for just 1 second. Just 1 second. He said about LeBron, I have him there, but he can't get any higher than where he is. So I thought that was interesting as well.
He could get up one spot. He could get in front of Kobe.
So there's Charles Barkley. Do you guys agree? Do you disagree? Can LeBron crack the top 5? Barkley seems to be incredibly harsh on him.
I don't know why my top 10 list is anyone gives a shit. Like, I mean, I take...
It's just fun debate.
No, I know, but I mean, Barkley is a guy, like, I don't like lists. They're meaningless. Those guys played in different eras. Right. We don't know. I like that Barkley is able to understand, respect, and give props to guys who he didn't really see play. Like
Oscar Robertson,
Bill Russell, Elgin Baylor. So, like, yeah, his top 5, he's saying those are locked in. I guess that's right. I assume if LeBron gets up to 5 championships, maybe Barkley would rethink it. But right now, I think the focus on championships is a mistake.
You guys, you know my stances on the championship talk. You can't.
It's a factor. It's a thing, but it's not the only factor.
I mean, and I always go back to this, and I think it's more and more as the year goes from last year's finals, going to keep subsiding. Ray Allen was the MVP of the Miami Heat. Without Ray Allen, they lose.
Right, totally.
They lose. So, matter of championships.
Spurs couldn't get a rebound.
Yeah, I mean,
who get a rebound, they win the championship.
Yeah,
right.
one rebound, it's over. Yeah. So, I mean, as far as championship counts, which I think we were talking about that when Magic Johnson was talking about because of rings, who was on the top. But, dude, you know who the supporting cast is, who your bench was, what coach you had then. All these things
all these
changed,
different scenarios and
variables.
Sir.
All we remember is the top guy or two. And think they did everything.
As tough as people were on LeBron because of the inability to win in Cleveland, like now you look at the roster there, and now we've had some perspective, and you look at the rosters he had in Cleveland, and you're like, yeah, he wasn't going to win. You know?
Totally.
You know, so the reason why you can make a case for putting LeBron higher is that the game is better, and there are more great players, and he is truly, truly great in an era with the most great players we've ever seen. So, you know, I got no beef with putting him 7th because maybe he's 3rd, maybe he's 7th. Dude, I don't know, but they're both fair picks.
This is what I did during the offseason when I had a couple basketball, like, I had a little bit of addiction going. I was like, I got to see some NBA. And so they were playing old hardwood classics. It was awesome. So I actually watched some games with Larry Bird playing and Magic playing when I didn't really watch basketball. I was 8 years old, and I'm like, yeah, I mean, I see it in passing. I wasn't so into basketball as a kid the way I was into football.
While Magic Johnson was passing, right?
Exactly, right? So then as I'm watching, I watch full games. Because all we ever see of, like you're talking about Elgin Baylor, Wilt Chamberlain, all these guys, you don't see play, we see highlights. That's all we get. And a couple of YouTube highlights, a couple of ESPN or throwback highlights.
So what did you think? You watched the whole game?
I watched entire games. I watched like 5, 6 entire different games of different era players. And I'm like, you see their turnovers. You see them miss shots. You know, you see them have absolutely. I saw Magic fumble over balls. And I was like, oh, we never see Magic fumble.
You see them shoot free throws underhand.
Yeah,
I mean,
and so when you see it and you see some of the competition they played against, you're like, these guys sucked. Of course he dominated that loser, whoever that guy is.
I just realized we just saw that top 10 list. There's no Larry Bird. There's no Magic Johnson on that list.
Yeah, that was going to be my next point. Larry Bird and Magic Johnson. Sure. You said that LeBron could be anywhere from 7th to 3rd.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm just asking you. I'm putting you on the spot. Who would be your top 3, top 5 if you had to?
Well, I mean, look, I never saw Oscar Robertson play, but you look at the numbers and they're pretty amazing, and I'll take guys' word for it, right? You know, I've seen like 5 Oscar Robertson highlights in my life, right? Let alone see him play.
Remember where he went to school?
He went to. Did he also go to Cincinnati?
He went to Cincinnati, correct?
And then he played there too in the NBA. So
he averaged a career, not a career triple-double. He averaged a triple-double 1 year.
In a season, yeah. So, I mean, it's a phenomenal player. But, again, the competition was less. So, I don't know. I mean, I think you could put him after those guys, you know.
Which guys?
After Robertson and Jordan, the other way around, after Jordan and Robertson.
Okay.
You know, because you could say that he's better than Kareem because as dominant as Kareem was, you could decide, hey, look, he was 7'4" in an era when there weren't as many guys who could possibly guard him. And that doesn't make him the 88th best player, but it might move him down to 9th, you know, depending on how you want to rate that. So
So Magic isn't in your top 3, it sounds like?
I don't know. It depends. For me, I would just do a list of the guys I've seen, in which case Magic would unquestionably be there because I saw him. But you know,
do eras
I didn't
best,
see Elgin
maybe.
Baylor. I didn't see
Eras?
Yeah, the best of eras.
I didn't see Bill Russell. He was the link to 10 NBA championships.
He won 11 in 13 years.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
But you know, his numbers didn't compare to
Okay,
Wilt
so
Chamberlain.
this
Although
is-
the rebounds. Like you look at how little guys were there. I mean,
Totally.
Bill Russell was getting like 18
It's
rebounds a
amazing.
game.
Yeah, the
And they were
competition
missing.
was so
And
small.
as JR said, they were
They were missing a lot of
more
shots.
missed shots.